When I was a beginner to coding, I remember feeling like a true computer scientist when I developed my first website using HTML, a common coding language used to create websites. I later realized that HTML isn't even in the same league as the types of coding languages real computer science professionals use. To elaborate, HTML is considered a markup language, whereas computer scientists use programming languages most frequently. This means that although HTML was a great stepping stone toward learning to code in more complex programming languages, I felt cool back then for nothing.
Hey, I heard that.
Don't mind her. Now you're probably wondering, what differentiates between a markup language and a programming language? Well, a markup language informs the computer of how we want to organize and structure data. That's why in HTML, for example, all that we are able to tell the computer is the order we want to arrange the elements of a website or other user interfaces. As for programming languages, they are known for their ability to command a computer. Print this, calculate that. Needless to say, programming languages can be pretty bossy. This is because they compose algorithms, which are like to-do lists for the computer to complete. Although markup languages sound independent from these programming languages, they actually work really well together. Going back to my HTML example, HTML establishes the foundation, kind of like having a sheet of paper. When I incorporate the programming language JavaScript into my HTML, I am able to manipulate the sheet of paper. I can change the text, draw a picture. I can even erase some of the elements I don't want anymore. Despite the positive relationship between these two categories of coding languages, it's actually more common to see programming languages applied without a markup language to offer its foundation. This is because of front-end and back-end languages.
What? There's more?
Don't worry, it's simpler than it sounds. As I was saying, a front-end language takes care of the appearance of a website or app, whereas back-end languages handle the behind-the-scenes magic. To elaborate, front-end languages control what the users will see whenever they interact with the user interface. Back-end languages are coding languages that are responsible for the functionality as they process information and perform actions. Many programming languages are capable of developing both the front end and the back end. As a result, markup languages aren't always necessary or as convenient as using one programming language to develop both ends.
So you're saying that I've only scratched the surface of computer programming?
Exactly. If you want to code like a true computer scientist, you should explore some of those programming languages we discussed earlier, like Python or Java. Now you know the real truth about HTML.